Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce presents the Bowie Business Journal, a program designed to keep our community informed about important business and economic issues.
Hi, welcome to Bowie Business Journal. I'm Cindy Freland, host and co-producer. Today we have a very fun, exciting show for everyone, and hopefully you kids will go get your parents, you go get your kids, and we don't want to miss a minute of this show. We have Echo Uzzo of Echoes of Nature. Welcome, Echo.
Welcome.
And Michelle Johnson of the FacePaint Lady. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you, Cindy.
Michelle, you look great.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. What are you painted as today, Michelle?
Well, when Echo told me that she was bringing a corn snake and a bunny and a turtle, I had to fit in with the theme, so I became a chicken.
A chicken?
Yeah, I figured it was a farm theme, kind of, so.
That's great. That's great. So, Echo, we want to start out with you. Thank you again for coming. And our theme today, by the way, is children's activities, children's entertainment. So, Echo, can you tell us a little bit about what you offer at Echoes of Nature?
We offer fun, educational, nature-oriented programs, and we have programs for ages 2 through 8th grade, and then we jump to adult centers. And our programs have live animal ambassadors that come out to help us with the different themes and programs that we do. And we are a nonprofit organization, and we've been in business since 2002 and in the area.
That's great. That's great. Michelle, what do you offer for the FacePaint Lady?
Face painting, fabulous full faces. So I have the privilege and joy of painting faces at public and private events, and it's quite enjoyable. Children of all ages.
That's great. That was my another question. What's your age group normally? I
think maybe the oldest person I would have painted would be about 90.
Oh my gosh.
And the youngest, I have the cutest picture of this little baby. She's looking down at her toe. So she was so young, we painted her toes. She had a little pink onesie on, so I think we did a pink ladybug. So it's a full range.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I know you've painted me too, several times.
Multiple times, yes. One time in a convertible, so yeah. That's probably, I think, why you have us on the show, is you like animals and face painting.
Yes,
so
actually I do. I love kids. I can recommend that, since this is a children's entertainment show, that the most important thing for kids for entertainment is to keep them outside, to have them play outside. So, and please, youngest kids need to be in a fenced-in area and also well supervised. Please keep an eye on the younger kids to be sure they are safe. And when they aren't outside playing, there's lots of educational toys and lots of arts and crafts. You can utilize the things that you have in your home. You can use egg cartons, and you can buy things in the dollar store, feathers and things like that. And I'm sure Michelle knows many different places for arts and crafts to purchase. So all of our information will be at the end of the show in the credits. So please contact any of us if you need more information. Echo, what is the reason that you started your business?
Started it when I realized that most of the children in my community area were not being seen where I was working at that time. So I decided to start my own business and cater to them and introduce them to nature, so they're not scared of animals, and that they can appreciate them and have that special connection between nature and people.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I love animals myself. I don't, unfortunately, have any pets inside my home, but I do have many tadpoles and fish and a chipmunk and birds that we watch, blue dragonflies, and so animals are wonderful. So, Michelle, why did you start your business?
Halloween is my favorite holiday, and I had a really great job in October of 1988 for Halloween. And that's where I learned to face paint, and it's just so much fun. You know, to walk around like this and not have it be your business is challenging. So I had to find a reason to dress up more than just one day a year. But it's the children, it's the connection to children. You were mentioning children's love of animals, and there's a real spark of creativity when a child is choosing what they'd like to become, and then once they become painted, to watch their expressions of creativity. So it's to interact and to honor children.
That's great. I love artwork myself. I do some painting. I have a mural of sunflowers. Michelle, you've seen it, in my kitchen. So I like to paint. I like drawing. I have a pencil drawing that I need to color in. It's pencil now, but it's a cottage with lots of flowers. And I have two very special young kids in my life, which are friends, but I consider them part of my family. Angel is 2 years old and David is 6. And when they come to visit, I really enjoy, especially playing outside, playing with balls with them. They try to climb trees. I help them with that. We play outside as much as possible. As I mentioned earlier, that's very important for kids. But when you can't play outside, playing inside with arts and crafts is great, and educational toys, but we like to draw and color. So we do all kinds of arts and crafts, but I love doing that. So, and I used to teach 6 4-year-old boys arts and crafts at a daycare center. A lot of people don't know that about me, but that was a fun part of my life. So, so Echo, what do you like best about your business?
Going out and visiting different people and different children at different age levels, sharing with them the program and seeing that spark of interest and wonder and the interest that they want to go outside and explore and learn more.
What are their favorite animals? What that you offer? What are their favorites usually?
It would vary with program to program, but rabbits are usually a big hit. The snakes are a hit.
Really?
But they'll have some that love seeing the toad or the frog or the lizard. So it just kind of really varies which program we're sharing, and they'll have different ones that they pick.
What's the most exotic animal that you have?
The most exotic non-native animal we have would be either the Dumeral's boa or the Hog Island boa. Both of those are fairly, well, they're about 6 feet long.
Wow. That's great. That's great. So Michelle, what do you like best? I know you said about the children, and what would you like best about your business?
Well, in today's world of Google, sometimes I'll have a child ask me for the most detailed, unusual animal which I've never heard of. And in the most recent years, I can have them Google it, or I Google it on my phone and I pull these things up. So it's the learning process. And their imagination is huge, and children are not embarrassed to be themselves in public, so they just come up with things that really suit themselves. They're less concerned with suiting others, so just to be part of their creative process is thrilling.
That's great. That's great. Now, Echo, do you have any events coming up that you'd like to mention?
On April 16th, the Bowie Green Expo is happening actually at the Ken Hill Center from 1 to 4.
Okay.
The following weekend, April 20th, for Earth Day, we've got a couple events. One of them's at the Benjamin Banneker Natural Area and Museum.
And where's that located?
It's Cantonsville.
Catonsville?
Catonsville.
Is that near Baltimore?
It's near Baltimore.
Okay, Catonsville. Okay. Okay. Any others?
We're doing the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce not-for-profit table on March 6th, but that one's not, I don't think, open to the public, just for chamber.
Okay. Okay. And what about you, Michelle? Do you have any events coming up anytime soon?
I will also be at the Green Expo, so that will be so much fun. We'll be at the Green Expo together. I paint lots of private parties, of course, locally, but I'm working with Bowie Town Center and Daniel Silva of Finally Fit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so there's several opportunities to see the FacePaint Lady publicly. I know that the, now I'm forgetting that June event, Bowie Fest.
Yes, June 1st.
Bowie is that June 1st
June
this
1st,
year?
Saturday.
Bowie Fest for sure, and the International Festival, but all around town. And you'll recognize me when you see me publicly. So, and you know what I'm starting to do is carry paints at all times. So basically, you see me in public, you say, "Hey, I saw the show with Cindy. Do you have your paints?" And I'll have my paints.
That's great. Now, Michelle, besides face painting, what else do you do?
I paint unusual objects like crab shells, window screens, hubcaps, wheelbarrows, but the thing that I paint most is people, or on people.
Now, besides faces, what other parts of the body do you paint?
I have a real nice piece that I did on this young lady's back, and it says, "Save our skins," and it was the Chesapeake Bay with a rockfish and oyster shells, because we're so related with our industries. It's children, nature, the connection to that, and how you turn it into art. And when I mentioned doing the crab shells, that's also literally, we pick crabs and eat crabs in our household. We all try to preserve the top shell, put it outside, let it bleach. So now I forgot the question, but what else do I paint? Having fun no matter what we paint.
Yeah, backs is what you said.
Yeah, the backs. That's our knees. You know,
Knees.
when they get older, like 90-year-old, the silver hair is fun to paint, and foreheads. The baby's toes. In the summertime, when kids are wearing bathing suits, you'll end up painting. So just about everything, because it's fun, you know. And then you have little kids, you paint them, and they walk like this, because their arms are painted, you know.
Yeah.
So
Look at me! Look
yeah,
at
look
me.
at me.
That's cute. That's cute. And you will be painting me a little bit later today, so don't miss that. And so, Echo, you are a Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce member.
Yes.
How long have you been a member?
Since October of 2012.
Okay, so
not very long.
recently.
Mhm.
Okay, so just a few months.
Mhm.
Okay, and what do you like best about the chamber?
Meeting the local business and the people behind it and making connections.
Okay. And Michelle, what about you? How long have you been a Bowie Chamber member?
Since 2006.
Okay. It's a good long time.
That is a good long time.
Has it been that long?
It has been that long.
Wow.
I didn't know the month, though. I'm sorry. I just got the year.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
We're a little recent. So.
Yeah. And what do you like best about the chamber?
It really is informative, business-wise, to attend the events that the chamber has. And even when it's a fun event, there's something happening. And people in the Bowie Chamber are very open with their information. They can connect you to other events and people and ideas. So it's a very connective. And we're a community. We're a community off and on the business field.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The chamber really helps people out, people grow. So now we need to move on to our subject, our topic of the day, which is going to be so much fun. It's going to be children's entertainment. So, Echo, would you like to show us some of the friends that you have?
Sure.
One of the friends, one at a time.
Yes, always one at a time. Always. Well, the first one that I'd like to share is one that you may have seen in your neighborhood, and you sound like you have a really great yard, so you may have some of these. And this one is an eastern box turtle.
Oh, cool.
And the animals that we use for our programs, most of them come from shelters or rescues, and we adopt them to use for our programs.
Oh, that's great. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
And she's a tripod. She's missing her back leg. And one of the hazards is that they're so well camouflaged with the patterns on their shells that they blend in really well. And unfortunately, when you're mowing grass, you don't always see them. So she was probably hit by a lawnmower.
Okay.
But she had been rehabbed, and she wound up, we adopted her from one of the shelters because she wasn't able to go back out
Okay.
for whatever various reasons. But she makes a really great program animal.
Oh,
She shares with them. We call them our ambassadors. That way we don't have to go searching for them out in the wild every time we need a turtle.
Right.
But she's a female. She's got the brown eyes.
Oh, very nice.
And
She's beautiful.
She
Yes.
is.
And no
Yeah.
two box turtles look the same. They each have their own different patterns
I didn't know that.
and shells, so you can identify them each time who comes in your yard. We'll take photographs and see who comes back to our yard.
Now, what would a box turtle eat?
They're omnivores, so they eat a little bit of everything. They are going to love your strawberries if you have strawberry plants.
Ooh.
So if you have a triangle bite taken out of the bottom, it's probably a box turtle. If it's a triangle bite out of the top, that could be the blue jay.
Oh,
But the chipmunk likes them too.
okay.
But they also will eat slugs and snails, so they're great in the garden. for getting rid of pests, but they also like to eat the garden fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
But they'll eat dandelion flowers and leaves. So they pretty much eat a little bit of anything.
And how old would you think this turtle is?
This particular individual, I don't know her age. She is a full-grown adult.
Okay.
But box turtles can live to be 40+ years.
Wow. Wow. Now, is this about an average size of a box turtle?
This is a good average size.
Okay. Okay, good. All right, and what else do you have?
Okay. The next one I'd like to share is not everybody's favorite.
Oh, no.
And it's another reptile. But this one doesn't have any arms or legs.
What do we think this is? Can anyone guess?
And if you thought snake, you're right. And this one is a corn snake. We do have corn snakes here in Maryland. The color I'm bringing out is more of a southern color. They're a little bit brighter orange and red. Ours are still the orange, but they're kind of overlaid with a gray toe. And they're not very big snakes. They're maybe about 3 feet long max.
Now you're keeping it in a pillowcase, I see.
Keeping it in a pillowcase.
Oh,
So
isn't
she'll
that
How
beautiful?
So he'll stay where he's supposed to.
That is gorgeous. Look at the small head.
So he's got the small round head. Unfortunately, because he's a nice bright coppery color, like a new penny, a lot of people do think they are copperheads.
Okay.
But copperheads are actually more like a dull penny color. But both of them are kind of crepuscular or nocturnal, so they're more evening and night snakes. But one reason they get their name corn snake is their belly scales.
Oh.
It looks like wild Indian
It
maize
sure
corn.
does.
It does.
Sure does.
Or as some of the kids sometimes mention, it looks like piano keys.
Piano keys, okay. Now keep in mind this is not a copperhead. This
No,
is a
this
corn
is corn
snake.
snake. I don't play with copperheads. And they also
Very
may
cool.
get their name because they're found around cornfields. Because they do eat mice and rats, so
Okay.
they are a farmer's helper. So they'll eat all the pests. And they're great because they'll just hang out while there's mice and available food, and then when there's no food, they'll go to somebody else.
Oh, I just saw his tongue coming out. So how old do you think this one is?
Don't know the age on him either. Most of them, when they come to the shelters, we have very little information from when we adopt.
Okay. He is just very active.
He is.
Is he hungry? Do you think he's...
Not hungry, but he likes a nice warm room.
Okay.
So he's
okay.
moving
He
around.
may be chilly.
Well, he's warm, so that's why he's moving faster.
Okay.
And he's sticking his tongue out. That's how he smells and tastes the chemicals in the air.
Oh.
Trying to figure out who everybody is.
Wow. So cool. I came across a snake one time. I was walking in the woods. I almost stepped on him. He was right in front of me. So that was, I think that was the one and only time I came across a live snake. And I wasn't scared. I'm not usually scared of much, but I'm not scared of snakes yet.
Snakes are good. And it's pretty cool when you do find them out in the wild, but with any of the animals, you don't go up and touch them. Just look at them and watch how they move and observe how their natural habitats.
And you have one more, right?
I have one more, and this one, you can find his cousins in your backyard. And this one is Rabbit. And I'm gonna need to...
Oh, he's beautiful. Huge rabbit.
Wow.
He's only
Look
about...
at the back feet.
He
Oh
looks
my
like
gosh.
Gunther.
That is so cute.
Big back feet, great for
I
jumping
love-
and hopping.
I love bunnies. I love bunnies. He is huge. Now always shivering.
But he likes to have 4 feet on the ground.
Okay.
No flying bunnies.
Oh, no flying bunnies.
He's only about 3 to 4 pounds, so he's not much heavier than our wild rabbits. He just looks really fluffy. And he's not as lean as our wild rabbits because they're always worrying about who's looking for them for meals.
Okay.
And he doesn't have to worry about that. But he is a domestic rabbit, and he came from a shelter after somebody released him into somebody's yard. And
Oh. So is he a particular type of rabbit, or do you know
I
much?
don't know that he's in a particular breed.
Okay.
They do have different ones, but I don't know that he's a particular one. He's not like a dwarf, and he's definitely not one of the giant Flemish. He's somewhere.
He is so cute.
So once they're domesticated, they really can't go back out in the wild again.
No, and he was born domesticated, so he wouldn't have an idea to survive out in the wild.
Yeah.
He's too used to people.
Yeah. So what do you feed him?
We feed them a diet of rabbit pellets, but they also get hay, and they'll also get fruits and vegetables.
Hay? Really? I didn't know that.
And in the wild, our wild rabbits are going to eat a lot of grass and flowers. For the wintertime, they'll eat birdseed and tree bark.
Okay. That's great.
So,
So is this, the rabbit, the snake, and the turtle, are they a combination of your usual friends that you bring with you when you come out?
it depends on the programs.
Okay.
Like this would be probably a good sample if we were doing a walk in the woods or an Animal of Maryland program.
Okay.
But we have a variety of others for different themes. And when we do birthday parties, we tailor to what the client is looking for what themes they're doing with their birthday parties.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you very much, Echo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Echoes of Nature. And we will be right back because Michelle is going to face paint me. Hi, welcome back. Now Michelle Johnson of the FacePaint Lady is going to paint my face.
Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that you said yes. So you just close your eyes and relax. I brought a different palette than I usually bring with me everywhere I go out in public. So I have a combination of beautiful pastel colors. And adults, when adult does decide to get painted, it's more challenging for an adult to determine what they want to be. So sometimes they just say, I don't know, I just want a little something over here. And so the design that I'm doing is swirls and dots, and a very famous face painter called it beautiful nothings. I like to call it beautiful everythings. So Cindy has a very lovely coral sweater on, so the pastel palette that I brought works well with what Cindy is wearing. Cindy, if I were to paint you an animal today, what would be the animal that you would begin to be painted?
I don't know. I like color, so maybe a peacock.
Ooh, strangely enough, if we had to call what I'm painting on you now an animal, it could pass for a peacock.
Oh, good.
A lot of the children who see me painting would see much more vibrant colors. I have my adult pastel palette at this time. And I think, Echo, you're getting painted too, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, we would love to see that.
Now tell me, Cindy, how does it feel to be painted?
It's cold.
Is it cold?
It's cold.
A little ticklish? All right, so now we have purple and green and a pale blue. Let's give you a little pink. So when people are getting painted, the first thing they have to decide is what they'd like to become. Children like to choose cheetahs and frogs and pigs and mice and rabbits and turtles and, of course, Spider-Man and Batman. Do you have anywhere to go after the show today, Cindy?
No.
Oh, you should go to the grocery store.
You are using washable paint, right?
Yes. All the paints that any face painter ever uses on your face should be a fine cosmetic. That's water soluble.
Okay.
The paints come off with soap, water, paper towels. It's good to use paper towels. Now I'm going to give you some lovely black. Black and white are highlighting colors that really make the designs pop. Face painting is like any other type of painting that you do. There's really not a right way or a wrong way to paint. So you get to make it up as you go along. You're a great subject, Cindy.
Thank you. And you're a great painter.
Oh, that looks fantastic. I brought glitter too. How about glitter for you today?
Maybe a little bit because we need to do Echo too.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and go. All right, Echo.
What do you think?
It looks great.
Now I can put my glasses back on so I can see, right?
Yes, do that.
Okay. Okay. Now Echo's turn.
I love the animals that you brought out. Where are they?
Especially the snake.
I moved them so you won't trip.
Yeah. Oh, matches her shirt. That's great.
And
Oh,
you should
nice.
close your eyes.
Okay.
Just for fun. And I was so impressed by the colors of the corn snake. Oh my goodness, look at you. You've got something rolling. And see, there are no mistakes in painting. So for those of you who have paints at home, you do want... Now, if you were a child, you would have told me and you would have said, there's something running down my nose.
Yes.
Right.
And we're going to give you, you know what? You're almost looking like cattails. Like you're out in a bog.
Cool.
Okay, we need to start wrapping up. Echo's getting painted and by Michelle, the FacePaint Lady. I'd like to thank Echo Uzzo of Echoes of Nature for joining us today, as well as Michelle Johnson, the FacePaint Lady. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. And if you want more information on either of these ladies for your children's entertainment, the information will be at the end of the show.
Thank you very much, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You look wonderful. All three
You
of
do
us.
too.
Don't we look wonderful?